Hi, I'm Vivian the Knitter.
And I'm Emily the Other Knitter, and this is the Keep Calm and Carry Yarn podcast.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 152 of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn, a knitting and crocheting podcast brought to you by me, Vivian, and my daughters. I'm recording from Michigan.
And I'm recording from Florida. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're listening to us on a podcast app or watching along on YouTube. Hi,
everybody!
So, you're having an adventurous day.
Yeah, I think I was slurring a little bit because I fell on my face. I fell on my face and the inside of my mouth is all cut.
Well, tell them how you fell, first of all. You didn't just fall. It's not like you just were walking and then you just fell over. How did you fall, Mother?
I was painting. I was cutting in the wall at the ceiling line, and I think I was reaching over too far, lost my balance, and fell. And
fell off a ladder.
Fell off of a ladder. And it was carpeted. So I fell off a ladder. My face hit one leg of the ladder, and then my leg hit the other one. So I have like scrapes on my face, mostly inside my mouth. There's a couple here. It's hard to see. It's what my leg is like. It's like basically a really bad rug burn on my leg, because I think my leg just hit the edge of the ladder like this, and just went. Ouch. So yeah, that was scary. I almost said let's not. Yeah, I had Madeline bring up the taller ladder. I shouldn't have been using the shorter ladder because it was just beyond my reach.
Yeah.
That was
scary.
Stupid. That was a rookie
mistake.
Rookie mistake. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I'm fine.
We're short, so it's not like my husband. And yes, our ceilings are short, but sometimes when he's doing lighting or painting the ceiling, he's literally just standing and reaching up. Yeah, we can't do that.
No, we don't have super tall. Well, I mean, they're 9-foot ceilings, so they're not like the standard 8-foot.
Yeah.
So our other houses had 8-foot ceilings, so the 5-foot ladder was perfectly adequate. And then with the 9-foot ceilings,
scary.
Okay,
Scary.
Very scary, but I'm fine. I survived.
Okay.
All right, so other than me falling, I just saw you over Easter weekend.
Quick trip.
A very quick trip. So I'm not even going to ask you how you're doing, because I know you're doing fine.
Yeah, and also we talked on the phone twice today already.
Today before. Yeah. And baby's fine, and everything is hunky-dory. So let's move right into our... Oh, wait. Before we jump in, I would like to say a thank you to Laura. Where is she? Here we go. Yeah, her name is Laura, and she messaged me on March 27th, but I didn't see it until just a few days ago. So sorry about that, Laura. With all the travel and all the stuff that's been going on in our family, I just haven't been doing my due diligence, keeping track of our Ravelry message board. So she's a crocheter from the Netherlands. Her mom tried to teach her to knit, but didn't like it. So I guess she's a diehard crocheter. And she actually crocheted the Suvi sweater from More Issue 1. And she didn't even know that she was listening to one of the creators of Morit when she got the magazine, because I guess she was really far. Like she started from the beginning, and she didn't get to that part yet. Yeah, so hopefully she's all caught up and she can hear us saying hello.
Also, I want to just say, you said one of the creators of Morit, but she is the creator of Morit.
She's the creator. No, I meant one of the podcasters that she was listening to, like, because it was me and Allison. So that half of us.
Is that what you said? That does not sound.
I don't know. That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't matter what I said. It was.
Well, I just wanted to clarify in case there was any confusion. Allison's awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, she is awesome. All right, so whips. I know you have a whip.
Yeah, I have a few. I haven't really been doing a ton of knitting this week because I've been working on fixing costumes at work. So many sequins that have like torn off, and then somebody clearly tried to fix it, but someone who doesn't know how to sew really, or maybe just like, you know, they can bend a needle and do some stitches, but because it's stretchy costumes, and the main part that was destroyed was the sequin band that was under the bust, and that's like stretchy, and so they had just sewn it like straight across. So
so it's like a pop.
You could see, you could see that they tried to fix it, and then obviously the stitches pop. So I've been spending a lot of my free time that I usually use to knit at work, I've been using to repair the costumes. But anyway, so I have a few.
Oh, before you work on, you talk about your whip. I want to also mention that the archive cal is running right now. You have until June 30th to submit your whatever project. So it's a project or a pattern that you have either had for more than 3 years, or if you've liked more than 3 years ago, and it's just, you know, sitting either in your library or in your history of likes on Ravelry or whatever. Allison and I are working on our projects that we both started last year's archive cal. So I didn't finish mine.
Well,
sorry, I forget what I was saying. So what was I saying? So anyway, so you have until June 30th. We started on April 1st, and we were really bad podcasters. We completely forgot to like announce it on Instagram or anything. Do you have an archive cal?
Well, that was what project? I was going to say. Anyway, well, I was going to say that I should have, or I could have made my tuck-in blouse since my archive cal project, since you two are both doing projects that you've been working on for a long time, because I started that the month that Quentin was born, and that was, he's gonna be 2 in August, so, but I just couldn't be bothered, so I cast on a new project, but it's something simple, and I totally forgot to save what the pattern is called. It is a free pattern, but it is the third thing that I ever liked on Ravelry, so it's definitely, you know, it fits in.
Counts. Yeah. So wait, one of the things that you liked on Ravelry was a baby. This is not a baby.
No,
why am I thinking
it's
that
for me. I don't know. Well,
okay, it's for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Okay. The first thing I saved is really embarrassing because it's so like, I mean, it's just, I don't know when I would have saved this, but it must have been a while ago. I mean, it must have been maybe when I was in college, so like 2010s. So, you know, like 10 or so years ago, 10 plus years ago. And it's a cowl scarf that has a mustache on it. So when you pull it up over your mouth, that's like, it's just so 2010s.
It's not lame, but I remember that project.
Then the second one is a baby hat. I don't know why. And then, maybe it comes in, maybe it goes up to adult. I don't know. And then the third one, it's the Anthro-Inspired Scarflet. And it's one of those little scarves that has, it's small. It kind of looks like an ascot. It's got 2 pointed ends, and one end feeds through the other, so it like crosses.
There's like a hole, or a pocket in one of them.
Yeah, and it's a free pattern, and I wanted to use stash yarn, which we do say is extra credit, right, for the archive cal.
Extra credit, yeah. Extra credit.
I know, it's the teacher, I guess, coming out. Anyway, but I was having a hard time choosing yarn, and then also the pattern, I think says Aran weight or heavy worsted, and I just didn't really have anything that I liked the color of, because I was like, it's gonna be next to my face, so I want the color to look good next to my skin tone, but then also something that will look good with the clothes that I have. So I just like couldn't decide. But so I ended up choosing something it's a sport weight stash yarn. It's a rust color, and I felt ridiculous. I just started this yesterday. I was starting it. I'm sitting on my rust-colored couch, and I was wearing a rust-colored shirt, and I'm using this rust-colored yarn. And I was just thinking about how you would be laughing at me. But so I started with the point. So I got a little triangle right now. So I did have to. So I have started, with a few more stitches than it, the pattern calls for. So I'm gonna have to adjust it a little bit. But I think it shouldn't be a big deal. And I don't know. It's like textured. I don't know. Does that have a name? It's like, it's like it's ribbed, but the columns of pearls is garter stitch.
Oh, it's a I mean, it could just be called a garter stitch rib. There's it's like reversible then, basically.
I guess. I don't know. The reverse doesn't look that nice.
Oh, okay.
Or it just looks different. It doesn't look like ribbing.
I did a sock like that, and I can't remember.
Am I describing that correctly?
Yeah, you are.
I'm describing it correctly. Just checking.
I don't remember if there's a specific name for it, but I think it might be a garter rib. I mean, I could be wrong. But if you look in your Ravelry, your own, what do they call it, notebook, and then you hit your likes, you can see when you saved it. So you saved that January 22nd, 2012. In fact, you saved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 projects on January 22nd,
well, I guess I was just
2012.
Scrolling through. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. Otherwise, how would you know if it was an old like?
Well, I know it's old because it's the third thing that I saved. So clearly, you can do that. I still like it because some of the things on there, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I was looking at the TARDIS socks. That's one of the things you liked.
Yeah, I definitely fell off of watching Doctor Who.
Yeah, you don't even watch it anymore.
Yeah, I was just saying I don't watch it anymore.
Let's start it back up. All right. Do you have another whip?
Yes, I have two more. I have my Woodland walk socks are slowly coming along. I'm on the second sock. I think last time I was still on the gusset for the heel, but now I'm past that, so I'm starting to work on the foot. Not much to say about that, but it's still. I mean, I started this a while ago too. After Quentin was born, but like not that long after. But still, only my second pair of socks, so I'm pretty happy with them so far. Not much to say about that, but I do have. Oh shoot! Oh, I started my second sleeve of my olive oil jumper, but I left the rest of it out there.
Oh,
I'll go get it.
Okay.
You can edit this, but I'll show the sleeve first. So if
I feel like it.
Okay, well, I have the second sleeve started. Just the ribbing, and it's got the double stripe that the I think I must have done last time. Had the stripe started already? Maybe. I don't know. Bad podcaster. I don't remember.
But this is the olive oil jumper by Helene Arnesen.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna get the rest of it because it looks really lame if I only show you that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. So I have the body done up to the armpit, and then the other sleeve done also up to the armpit. So you can see that it's got the balloony sleeve with the ribbing that goes all the way almost to the elbow. And I quite like it. This sleeve, I redid it so many times. I mean, it's so cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, because I also, and I think I explained, I definitely mentioned it, but it's supposed to be a bulky weight yarn sweater. And I was like, I don't think I can do it. I can't bring myself to do it. So this is a worsted weight. And I don't know, my brain wasn't working right, and all the math was going fine. It wasn't too bad because at least the beginning, like doing the body, like it wasn't a big deal, not a lot of shaping. And then when I got to the sleeve, the instructions aren't super specific, and definitely not very specific for like each size. And so it'll just be like, so for the puffy part of the sleeve, you have to increase quite rapidly. And so like every row, it just says like increase every however many stitches, which is fine, sure. But because I was trying to math it up, like, I don't know, I was overthinking it, or maybe I still didn't get it right, but I was like I was thinking that I needed to do more rows of increases. I don't know. I was like, well, that is kind of like a percentage, right? Like, it was every 7 stitches, and I have more stitches. Like, it'll still be the same amount bigger, maybe? I don't know. I still can't really wrap my head around it because I'm not good at math. But
so you would have had to do more like, maybe not more increases, but your stitch count will be more than whatever the pattern says.
Right. I did like all of the, I did extra rows of increases, and then I got almost up to where it is now, to the armpit, and then I was like, this looks stupid. Like, it was just massive. And I was like, can I even get this in the sleeve of my coat? Because if I can't, then I'm not sure if it's worth it. And I do like a really puffy sleeve, but I'm like, this is just like, I don't know, it was a little too much. Because it also has like the sailor collar, just like, it's already kind of a very, not loud, but like specific
is
style.
Is it like really puffy in your forearm and then it gets smaller again?
No, the ribbon goes up to almost the elbow. Did you not see it? And then but does it get like the widest part is like the widest?
Okay, on the girl it looks like it's in her forearm.
I guess it's like right before the elbow is the puffiest part.
Okay.
And
then you shrink it down a little bit.
Then a little bit of decreases once you get closer to the armpit. Well, so anyways, I think I actually I wrote it down, so I will know for the next sleeve, but I actually ended up doing fewer increases because I just thought it still looked too big. I don't know.
Too much.
I don't know if it's like my gauge definitely is still a bit looser than my swatch. But then I don't know. Besides that, I don't know if it's just like it just doesn't look right on my body. Maybe proportionally.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't look right. I don't know that
because you have shorter arms.
Yeah, it's Helene that is modeling the sweater. She looks like she could be tall. Maybe, I don't know. So I didn't.
So you said you got up to the armpits, but have you started like the neck hole yet?
No. So I'm supposed to do both sleeves up to the armpit. So I have the body, the sleeve, then I'll finish the other sleeve, and then you do a raglan decrease.
Okay.
So
a lot of math.
Yeah. I don't think I ever really figured out the math stuff, but it looks good now, so whatever. I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. I was getting some teasing from some of the ladies at my knitting group because at least when I started the body, and I've blocked it, so now the ribbing is a little bit stretched out, but when I was doing it, like, it was so scrunched up, and like it was Yeah, it was like maybe like 8 inches across, like flat. And there's so much ribbing before it, and then it gets, pretty roomy. But they're like, that's for you? That's gonna fit you? And I'm like, I swear it's stretchy. It's gonna block bigger. Like, I promise you, I'm not that tiny. Like, I know I'm not that tiny. And then go ahead. And then when I did the sleeve, the same thing. They were like, is that for Quentin? I'm like, no. And it still looks ridiculously tiny when it's not on the body. But I wanted to make sure
it stretches out.
I wanted to make sure that when it was on, that it was nice and snug, because I feel like if the ribbing was a little loose and like flappy, like it just the style, like it wouldn't look good.
What kind of cast on did you do for the sleeve and the waist?
Just the same cast on that I always do.
The regular,
the long tail.
Just the regular long tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it, or do you have another one?
That's it. I've started a sewing project, but I haven't actually cut anything yet. But I'm trying to to copy these shorts that I have.
Oh.
How would you describe these? Well, they're rust.
They look like
there's that. They are rust colored. Like, they are rust colored, cinnamon colored.
They're like very like 1940s with the piping along the pocket, and
it's got like the flap.
Waist. Yeah, and it's is it high waisted?
It's high waisted, yeah. I love these shorts and they fit really well. I started the patterning, like copying the pattern, which has been a fun challenge with like the pocket, because I don't think I've never done pockets that, I don't know what you call that, where the inside of the pocket is exposed and is part of the actual structure of the pants. So I've never done that before. I mean, I can figure it out, but it was still like a lot, because especially with like the flap and everything, it was still like a lot to try to wrap my head around, and I did make a few adjustments on the fit just to make it. I mean, they do fit really well, but just to try and make them fit even better. So I don't really have anything to show for that, but I'm excited.
Okay. Well, I just have 2 whips. My first whip is my yellow cardigan, which is my archive cow project. And so before I left for Edinburgh, I finished the first sleeve, sort of. Like, I finished most of this first sleeve, but I didn't do the bottom rib, or in the pattern it's a seed stitch. I just put some waist yarn on it. And I don't know whether or not I'm gonna have enough of the navy yarn, because it's the navy yarn on the bottom. So we'll see what happens. I might either end up with a different color for the hem, or I haven't decided yet. So I picked up the stitches and I also steeped the armhole for the second sleeve, and that's all I have. I haven't really gotten very far.
It's so much, though. Like, it's still very impressive.
This is the back.
Especially knowing that you haven't had, like you've been traveling and you don't take it with you. You haven't been taking it with you when you travel and all that.
So
it's beautiful.
I haven't steeped the front yet, because I don't know why. I just haven't. I'll do that. So I haven't been able to try it or anything. But I have, like, stuck my arm through the hole. I think it'll be a little long, but it's fine. It's like drop shoulder.
Better too long than too short. Long, like in the sleeve, or the hem too.
The sleeve. It's a little bit cropped, but because it has a weird neck hole, there really isn't much of a neck hole. So the shoulder seam, once I stick my head through it, it'll be like back here. So it brings the front up. So it's actually the front bottom hem actually actually goes at an angle because of the way it's worn. So it's kind of a strange shape.
Well, I was going to say...
I have noticed...
Go ahead.
I have noticed that some people have done like neck hole shaping rather than just having this, it's this straight here and it's straight here. There's no hole for the neck. It's just...
Yeah, so, I mean, I feel like I have a cardigan, or I used to have one that was like that. That had that type of structure.
Yeah. So I am excited about it. This part is it just gets really boring. Just the two colors, the navy and the gray.
Yeah.
But at least it's shorter than the body, because the body just went on and on and on. And
yeah.
And also because you can see where I did the jacquard ladder back method. Mm-hmm. You see the vertical lines in the back. Mm-hmm. That really adds to the complicating
time,
the pattern. Yeah, so traveling again. I'm not traveling until June, so I'm hoping I'll have it done before I have to leave. But I'm leaving in the beginning of June, so we'll see if I actually finish this for the end of my archive calendar. I mean, I don't really want to bring it with me because it's so bulky.
Yeah,
but then it'll be summer clothes. Summer clothes don't take up as much room in your suitcase. We'll see what happens. My second whip is the Aal Ower Toorie. I can't pronounce it. By who is it by? It is the Shetland Wool Week hat for 2025, and I don't think I've made every single Shetland Wool Week hats, but I have, I've made several of them. So, and this is by, there's no like one particular name. It says it's by the Shetland Guild of Spinners, Knitters, Weavers, and Dyers. And it's a really cute pattern. It's like an I like the name says, Aal Ower Toorie. I guess it's in Scots, so it's an all over design rather than like in the past they've had like the ones with the sheep and whatever, like the bands of different themes. But this is like one pattern that's like scattered throughout the hat. So this is the hat.
Very cute, like diamond.
Diamonds
like
and
checker, almost with.
Almost when from far away, it almost looks like argyle, like your argyle socks, except like in the white space, there's like a flower in the white space.
I just thought that it looks like a checkerboard, so it just like made me think of like Alice in Wonderland or something. Like it's a little bit floral, right in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. Yeah. So this is the colorway that I'm doing. Is more purple.
It's purple,
and
blue,
it's called
green. Yeah.
Blue, green, yellow, and it's called, this colorway is called Kale Yard. So I picked up the yarn at the Woolly Good Festival, and Jamieson's of Shetland was there. But the second colorway is actually Jamieson and Smith's. So the woman there, I think I mentioned it at the last episode. She gave me like the equivalent colors. So these are the colors of what I'm doing. So very all I have organized. Is this.
Just a bit of purple ribbing.
Just the ribbing. It's a twisted rib. So I'm actually just about ready to do the increase. And before I start doing the color work, I cast this on last night right before I went to my knitting group. And I haven't seen my knitting group in like almost a month, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So there was more chatting than knitting. So this is all I had. I mean, I think I was maybe 2 rows in or 2 rounds in. And so I did the rest. Yeah.
I mean, when I socially knit, I don't get very far, so.
Yeah, because I didn't want to bring the Yale cardigan.
No, too much concentration.
Too much. So I just brought this. And I knew that I would probably, do most of the knitting, the ribbing. there.
Right.
Yeah, so that's all I have to show for it. So hopefully the next episode I'll have most of the hat done. And that's all the woolly goodness I have.
All right, BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, let's do our BuzzFeed. And we picked this really quick because
seconds before we started recording because
I forgot to pick a BuzzFeed quiz.
That's okay.
And this one is called Eat Food from Around the World, and I'll tell you which Disney character you are.
And who'd you get?
How come it's not showing? I got Pua.
Oh, from Moana,
the pig. It says, you're like Pua from Moana. You're supportive, caring, and practical. You're always there for the people you love. I think like Pua shows up more in the second movie. At least that's what I heard.
Oh.
I haven't watched the second movie yet.
I haven't really watched it. Actually, we played it twice at Allison's place for Quentin to watch, but I wasn't really paying attention. But I feel like this is an interesting choice for this quiz. I don't know, like couldn't have picked a character that actually talks.
But it's a cute little piggy, and that's what I am, a little piggy.
It is cute. I do like that because pigs are very cute and they're very smart.
They are very smart.
People don't treat pigs the way they should. Anyway.
No, people think they're dirty, but they're not actually dirty. And little baby pigs are so cute. They're so pink.
Well, I got Asha from Wish. Have you watched that one?
No, I haven't watched that one.
Well, I've seen it once, and I didn't. I mean, again, it was for Quentin, so I didn't really pay attention. So I don't really remember anything about it. But it says, you're like Asha from Wish. You're quick-witted, optimistic, and compassionate. You fight for what's right even when it's hard. Okay. Sure.
Okay, that's good. Let's get to the food.
It's going to make me hungry. I haven't had my afternoon snack yet.
Me neither. So I picked like basically all the desserts.
So I guess you picked the flan from Mexico?
Yeah, so first pick of food from Mexico, and they had bean and cheese burrito, flan, black bean and tortilla soup, and cheese quesadilla.
Well, I went for the burrito because I'm hungry. What about food from China? I know what you picked.
So we just had sesame noodles last night.
Well, the sesame noodles.
So sesame noodles, stir fry. And it's not even specific about what kind of stir fry. Spinach dumpling. I've never had a spinach dumpling. And youtiao, which is fried dough sticks.
Fried bread.
What did I? Yes, it's fried bread, basically.
Well, we both picked youtiao.
That's what I pick.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, sesame noodles are good, but I don't know what that picture does not look like sesame noodles.
It's basically, fried dough. It's all it is.
Yeah,
and then
but then
when you eat it inside of like a flatbread, like with scallions in it, and then you dip it in your sweet. I like the sweet soybean milk, soy milk.
But not
other
like
people
silk.
in the family.
But not silk or any
not
other.
Not silk. It's not
American
it's not
type
like,
of.
Vanilla or anything. It's like fresh soy milk. I used to we can get it from the freezer.
It's making me really hungry now. Also, these spinach dumplings, they
look kind of pathetic.
Well, they're not wrapped like
they're
real dumplings.
Steamer. They're in a steamer.
No, I mean they're not
wrapped like.
Am I using the right
Chinese
word?
dumplings? Yeah, like
like crab rangoons. The way that they I feel like it seems even less likely. I don't know. Is that true?
How
often do you see dumplings wrapped like that, like an envelope? Anyway.
I've never actually seen one like that, but then that doesn't mean that they don't exist. Obviously, they exist because they took a picture of it, but I've never had one like that. But I don't know every single way you can wrap a dumpling either.
Well, I mean, I assume you can do it however you want, right? But I just feel like the fact that it's like Spanish dumplings,
that
and then
weird.
it's like
I don't even know that.
It's wrapped like that. It just makes me feel like it just seems very inauthentic. Anyway, food from India.
Pick a food from India. Actually, I did not pick the dessert.
Well, I've never had this dessert.
Neither have I.
How do you think
it just
that's
looks
pronounced?
like bread. Son papdi.
And
our Indian listeners can yell at me in the comments. But I picked the samosas.
I picked the chana masala, the curry.
Okay. That does look good, but I wanted samosas. Pick a food from Korea. I've never had gamja jorim, braised potatoes, dubu jorim, braised tofu, and spicy cucumber salad, and hot chok, the filled pancakes.
What's it
I mean,
filled
the only
with,
thing I haven't. It can be filled with sweet or savory.
I see. Well, I don't think I've had any of these before, but I picked the pancakes because it just looks yummy.
It looks very yummy because it's fried. And they're not deep fried; they're pan fried. This cucumber salad we have all the time. Never had the potatoes and the tofu. I don't know. Didn't really appeal to me, but the pancakes did, especially so I lived in Korea in middle school. And we used to go to this supermarket, and at the entrance of the supermarket, they had a little cart that would fry those pancakes, but it was filled with cinnamon brown sugar. So good.
Nice. I'm getting really hungry, so let's skip to the last one.
Move along. The last one. There's a lot of questions. I don't even know.
One?
The last one just says pick one more dish.
Oh. Falafel, peanut stew, Coke sister, fried dough and syrup. I don't know what that is. And then picarones.
Picarones?
Maybe.
Peruvian
donuts. I picked falafel.
I picked the Peruvian donuts.
I figured you did.
And they're donuts. Alrighty.
Anyway.
I am Pua and you are Asha. So when we're done with this recording, we're both going to have our snack.
All right.
Do you have an FO?
I have 2 sewing FOs. I have started an obsession, I think. I bought a bunch of printed jersey fabric from Joann's because it does seem to be going really quick, like the pop patterns.
Right now they're 50% off.
Actually this fabric I already had, but I didn't have very much of it, and I wanted to get more, and then there was none left at our local Joann's, but it was fine. So it's a little bit pieced together, but it's a little romper for Quentin.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is the dragon print, which is very cute, and little short, like one piece shorts and sleeveless, so good for summer in Florida. It was I think I've only made maybe 2 knit garments on my serger. I usually just use it to overlock my raw edges. So I wasn't sure how it was going to go, especially all the finishing, so the bindings that I did. I think that the leg holes, the hem, I should have done something different because I did the same binding on the legs as I did on the neck and armholes, and it likes to flip up.
Oh.
So, I mean, I could maybe top stitch it. I mean, it doesn't stretch much, or maybe with a zigzag stitch. But it does work nicely for the crotch with the snaps. So if it's okay, it's pieced so it doesn't look super great, but the pattern just makes it. So then the second one, I think I did a much better job, and it's this fabric that you bought me the first time I went to Joann's, like, since they started their liquidation sales. And it's the little bunny fabric with carrots. So sweet.
It's so cute.
Yeah, and I think, this fit is much better. And I was kind of lazy. Well, no, it wasn't laziness. It was because I didn't have enough fabric. Well, it was lazy because, so for the dragon one, the crotch is just, it doesn't have any sort of gusset or anything. Because I wanted to do it like in one piece, each back piece to have the gusset all in one piece, but I didn't have enough fabric for that, and I didn't feel like cutting out another piece for that. So it was half laziness. But this one, I had all one piece, and I think it looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it looks really cute.
It is really cute, though. Quentin always gets confused for a girl because he has long hair, and he looks even more like a girl in this.
When he wore that?
Yeah, he got called a little lady when he wore this.
Oh, no, it's okay. Well,
not just a girl, a little lady. I thought that was hilarious.
In the Chinese zodiac, Quentin is a rabbit, so that's why I love buying him rabbit things.
Still, I mean, it's so cute. It's fine. Like, it's just because boys' clothes at this age, they already start wearing like trucks and dinosaurs, and he's still just a baby. But I bought 2 other prints that I want to use to make more, if not sleeveless rompers, at least I like one-piece outfits or overalls. I don't like when he wears shorts and shirt.
Because he looks too grown up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically, you guys lived in like one-piece outfits.
Yeah.
At this age. And then, like, it's so funny, like, when you're like, you want to take your diaper off, and you were like, you specifically would yank and yank and yank on your onesie and like pull on the crotch until it would just like pop, just so you can take, and then you would hide behind the couch to take off your diaper. So
I know the stories.
I'm just like waiting for Quentin to start doing that.
Well, he does yank at his onesies because he wants to show his belly.
Oh, that's your fault.
Yeah, I know. Because I pull up his shirt and go, belly! And so now he does it. He yanks up his shirt and goes, belly! So cute.
So
any?
I have one FO. It's the shawl called Fleur by
I haven't seen it all
Melissa Clulow. Yeah, this one I started just before I left for. Yeah, I just finished it a few days ago. So I started it just before we went to Edinburgh, because I wanted a project that wasn't my Yell, that was more travel friendly, and it's what is it, crescent shape pretty much, or like almost like a V shape, and it's mostly garter. Well, it's all garter, actually, and it has alternating rows, or every few rows, like I think it's like 7 rows or something like that, you do a garter stripe in a different color. So mine are pink, and the contrast is a natural white color, and you do these bobbles.
Very cute.
And I started the bobble, so it would be, this is the first row of bobbles. I didn't really like how they turned out. They were very like loosey-goosey, and just, I'm not even going to say what you said about them.
Why not?
Because it was kind of rude.
No.
And then this is my,
it wasn't rude because I am in that camp. Can I say it?
Yeah.
I said that the baubles that you did at first looked like breastfeeding nipples, and the other ones look like,
firm perky
pre-baby nipples.
Yeah. So I actually, the perky nipples were crocheted, and the loose floppy ones are knit.
That sounds even worse. Floppy.
But yeah, so this is actually going with me to when I travel in June. Is going to my aunt, whom I am visiting. I haven't seen her in many, many years.
Was that yarn the pink? Was that from your?
It's leftover yarn from my lento.
Mm-hmm. The same combination.
I did have to buy.
Yes,
same
yarns?
combination. It's the Knit Picks twill plus their mohair. I forget what their mohair is called. Held together. I did end up buying another skein because I wasn't sure that what I had left, because I bought way too much yarn for my lento. Mm-hmm. It was I only just used a little bit of that last skein of the twill. The mohair, on the other hand, I didn't have to buy any because I had plenty. The white bits is, it might be, I think it's frog tree alpaca. It's an old leftover alpaca that I have lying around. So I'm just trying to use up my leftovers and also use up some deep stash yarn.
Yeah.
And that is all I have. I don't have anything. I don't have any yarny bits. I don't have any shop talk because
you haven't been home.
I haven't really been home. I've been home for a week now, but you literally came 2 days after I got home.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I didn't really have time to do a whole lot. And yeah, that's that. I guess it's time for us to say goodbye and do the spiel.
Yeah, spiel away.
Okay, the show notes for this episode and every episode can be found on our website, kcacypodcast.wordpress.com. You can find us on Instagram, also at kcacypodcast. My personal Instagram is upstate_Viv, and Emily's is
Emmerdale Crafts.
Emmerdale Crafts. You can also join us on Ravelry. Just search for Keep Calm and Carry Yarn Podcast in the groups tabs. You can like, comment, rate, review, subscribe, favorite on YouTube or wherever else you listen to your podcast. So thank you for listening.
And remember to keep calm and carry yarn. Bye.
Yay. Bye.